Hi, I'm Miss Allen, and I'm going to teach you everything you need to know to start playing the baritone saxophone, sometimes called the Bari sax. So let's go! The baritone saxophone is the biggest saxophone you'll usually play in the band. And because it's so big, it plays much lower notes than the alto and the tenor saxophones. The Bari sax has several parts that are all like the other saxophones. You've got the neck and the body and the mouthpiece, the ligature and the reed. And instead of a neck strap, many Bari sax players use a harness. The harness goes around your shoulders and helps support the weight of the instrument because the Bari sax is much heavier than the alto and the tenor saxophone, and it's much louder than the alto and tenor saxophone too. Let's start with the harness. All harnesses are different, so yours might not be like mine. So you're going to unclasp the lower buckles. So these are typically clasped here. Take the harness and put these shoulder straps over your shoulders, and then this flat part is going to go in the middle of your back. So kind of like this. And then these straps will hang right here. The buckles and the clips will be right here in the center of your chest here. Now here's where you have to adjust it to fit you. So currently it's not really big enough for me to wrap around here, so I need to grab this part right here, this plastic part, hold it here and slide it. It's a lot like a neck strap, but you're gonna have to do it 2 times. So I did it on that side. Now I'm gonna reach over here, and I'm gonna do it on this side. So for this one, I'm gonna grab the plastic part right here. I'm gonna hold this and then slide it down. And then I'm gonna straighten it up. You wanna make sure that it doesn't get tangled because then it becomes hard to adjust once you get it on. Now you're gonna reach back and grab your buckles. You grab one at a time, and then you're going to clasp them to the front. And it should go on just like that. Now let's set up the neck and the mouthpiece because that's where the sound begins. In your case, you should find a small metal tube with cork on the end, and that's the neck. It's much smaller than the tenor sax neck and the alto neck. Next, you're gonna find your mouthpiece. The mouthpiece is also much larger than the alto sax mouthpiece and even larger than the tenor sax. The baritone saxophone uses a single reed, just like the alto and tenor sax, but the reed is bigger, much bigger. You also have a much bigger ligature as well. The ligature is what holds the reed on the mouthpiece. Everything on the Bari sax is just bigger. Let's start with twisting the mouthpiece on the neck. If it is difficult to put on, you might need to add some cork grease. Before you play, your reed needs to get a little wet. You can do that by putting it in your mouth for about 30 seconds. Once the mouthpiece is on the neck, we'll grab the ligature. The ligature has 2 openings. One is larger than the other. Find the larger opening and slide it onto the mouthpiece. Make sure it goes up over this curve. Loosen the screws so it goes on all the way. This one's already pretty loose. Use one of your hands to hold the neck and the mouthpiece while the thumb of that hand pushes up the ligature. Slide the flat part of the reed against the flat part of the mouthpiece. Your screws are going to be right where the reed is too. Then pull the ligature down to hold the reed in place. The tip of the reed should line up very closely with the tip of the mouthpiece. This takes a bit of practice, but you'll get it. Then you're going to tighten the screws by turning them away from you. Now the reed is in place. Now let's talk about how to make a sound with just the neck and the mouthpiece. I want you to think about the syllable O inside your mouth. That way everything stays nice and open. O, O. Now we have to learn our embouchure. Let's first practice on our thumb. Roll your bottom lip over your bottom teeth just a little bit. You still want to have some of the pink showing. Now stretch your bottom lip out like you're putting on chapstick. Now place your thumbnail on your bottom lip and gently bite down on your thumb to make a seal. This is your embouchure. The embouchure is the shape of your mouth when you play. Now hold your embouchure steady, take a deep breath and blow, making sure no air leaks out. Now let's try that on the mouthpiece and the neck. Your reed is your thumbnail, and the top of the mouthpiece is your thumbprint, where we put our teeth. Remember to think about saying the syllable O inside your mouth. Place the reed on your bottom lip, which is slightly rolled over your bottom teeth. Stretch out your lip like you're putting on chapstick. Then set your teeth gently on the top of the mouthpiece. Take a deep breath and make a seal so that no air can get out, and blow. You should hear this sound. If it squeaks, that's okay. This time when we blow air, we're going to take our tongue and we're going to touch the tip of the reed. Now this combined with our air and our embouchure will help make the best possible sound. You can practice this without your instrument too, by taking a deep breath and pretending to spit something out of your mouth, but then you just keep blowing, like this. Now let's try that on the mouthpiece and the neck. Now let's put the rest of the saxophone together. When I set the Bari sax up, I like to put the bottom of the Bari sax on the ground, gently. And then I'm going to lean down and buckle the harness in. Now we're going to carefully attach the neck to the body and tighten the neck screw so that it stays in place. Turn the screw away from you. Now let's talk about how to hold it. If you've ever held any other saxophone, it's exactly the same way. Your left hand goes at the top and your right hand goes at the bottom. Your fingers should stay curved and relaxed like you're holding a small ball. Now let's take a look at these keys. The most important keys have these pearl inlays in them, and that makes them kind of easy to find. See? You can see them really easily right here. Let's start with our right hand. Your right hand goes on the right side of the saxophone. Your thumb goes on the back where this thumb rest is right here. You're going to put your thumb on just like this with your thumb print against the thumb rest, and then the right side of your thumb is going to be up against the thumb rest. Then each of your fingers wraps around and has a different key to rest on. Your right hand pointer finger, middle finger, and ring finger will rest on these 3 pearl keys. I like to call our right hand keys 1, 2, and 3. These are your home keys. Your fingers should always stay close to these keys. Your pinky will control these keys down here. Now let's take a look at the left hand. There are a lot of keys you can control with your left hand, but we're going to look at this tiny little key in the middle here. So look for this small key. That's called the bis key. Your first finger is going to go just above the bis key, and then your middle finger or your second finger is going to go just below the bis key. And your third finger will go on the key right below that. There's a key above your first finger you're going to control too, but you don't need to worry about that one just now. Find your tiny key, the bis key, and put your first 2 fingers on the keys on the outside of it. Then your third finger on the next key. Your pinky will control all of these keys over here eventually, but not yet because we don't need to worry about those just yet. Your thumb is going to control these keys on the back. Here at the beginning, all we're going to use is this octave key here. It's just like the octave key on the tenor sax and the alto sax. Now our fingers are in the position to play. Let's play our first note. We're going to press down the first 3 keys on our left hand. Your left thumb should be on the thumb rest on the back. Your thumb won't press down any keys, but it will help you by squeezing against the thumb rest. Sit up nice and tall and bring the mouthpiece to you. You may need to adjust your harness if it doesn't come to your mouth easily. Keep your fingers on the keys, set your embouchure, take a deep belly breath, and as you blow out, make sure your tongue touches the reed, like this. Oh, and by the way, it's going to be really loud. That's one of the best parts of the Bari sax, how loud we can play. If you're having trouble getting out that first note, try picking up your first 2 fingers and just walking down to the 3rd key one at a time. Let's try it again together. If you're getting some squeaks at first, it could be a few things. Your embouchure could have some leaks in it, or you might not be pressing down the keys all the way. These keys are really big and you really have to make sure they get closed. This instrument is so cool and so important to the band. I really hope that you got to make some sounds today, and if you didn't, that's okay too. With a little practice, you'll be making music in no time. Come back for my next video when I teach you the first 5 notes on the Bari sax. You may need to watch this video a few times to remember everything, and that's completely normal. Just keep trying. Your best is always better than you think. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.